Good morning. Thanks for inviting me to speak today. My name is Joel Gill. I'm Executive Director at Ferncliff Camp and Conference Center, just outside of West Little Rock. We have lucky to have 1,200 acres of beautiful streams, mountains, fields. Well, we call them mountains. They're really hills. To be able to invite folks to enjoy and to have our programs upon. This morning I thought I'd take the opportunity, since we're not in the same location, to take you on a hike through camp and show you some of the different areas where we put on our programs and ministries. Please excuse the amateur quality of this video. I am not a professional, but I think you're probably used to amateur presentations with Dennis Ritchie as your preacher. Anyway, let's just enjoy our time together this morning, and hopefully I can fill you into what happens here at Ferncliff and how we can support your congregation and how you can support us. Let's go. Hey, Tom. So here we are at the Disaster Assistance Center. This is one of the ministries we have here. I'm going to walk you guys in here and kind of show you what we do. This is a partnership with Presbyterian Disaster Assistance, Church World Service as well. And this is a 10,000 square foot warehouse that was a Presbyterian women birthday offering gift back in 2005 after Hurricane Katrina. So what we do is we store kits. You can see these boxes here. These are hygiene kits, and we have groups that will come in and inspect kits, repackage them so they're ready to be shipped out for folks that are experiencing a disaster. Last week, we actually shipped out 900 flood buckets to help, I believe in Tennessee, where they had experienced a disaster. We expect that we'll also assist with the recent tornado in Jonesboro. But Church World Service will talk to us about that. So in the background, you can see flood buckets on pallets ready to be shipped out. On the other side, we also have more flood buckets as well. So we've been doing this ministry for a while, and over 100,000 pounds of disaster kits come through this warehouse. Anywhere west of the Mississippi pretty much comes through here, and our staff and volunteers get those ready to go out to people in need. And it's really a great ministry to have. So our summer campers, retreat groups, any volunteer groups can come and participate in this ministry. And we appreciate all the support that we get to offer this. Another thing that we have in this warehouse is our Sharing the Goods ministry, which is in this half of the warehouse through a program called Good 360. This is a product philanthropy ministry where over 130 nonprofits and churches are members of our local network. And what that means is they get to come in and can also shop online for all sorts of items that we get at extremely discounted prices. We have relationships with Home Depot stores, Pottery Barn. What you see all here behind me in all these boxes is an Amazon shipment. So we get a whole truckload of Amazon supplies. We don't know what they are, but we get them, and then we see what they are, and nonprofits and churches can purchase these items to support their ministries or their work for typically 85 to 90% off of retail. So it's really a great ministry. We estimate, in 1 year alone, saving folks well over $100,000 that are a part of our network. So if you're a church or if you work with nonprofits that aren't a part of this yet, you can look at our website. All you have to do is fill out an easy online application, and then you can also take advantage of being a part of this network. Another thing that we have that we run in the other side of this warehouse, every camp and conference center should have a 10,000 square foot warehouse. That is for sure. So over here on the other end, we do our Over the Hill Gang ministry. So every Monday, 10 to 15 retired folks with skills come in and they help build things for camp, and also other nonprofits and churches can have things like benches, picnic tables, wardrobes, bed frames, all sorts of stuff built at cost, and it happens right here in our wood shop area. So these are all the ministries that we run through our Disaster Assistance Center, this warehouse, and it's really a great thing and really gives our Camp and Conference Center another way that we can support those that are in need. We also have a small garden farm area here at camp, and we're working with AmeriCorps to provide volunteers to help us run this area. We have all our campers come through and take part in the chores and learn where food comes from, and learn about how their actions affect agriculture and where food comes from. So we've got it's kind of like Noah's Ark here. We've got chickens, we've got goats, sheep, donkeys, and pigs. And the kids just love to come out and just understand that we're called to take care of the earth and take care of what's been put here. Here we are at Ferncliff's Nature Preschool. When we were able to build our new dining hall, we were able to repurpose the old dining hall into our Nature Preschool headquarters. So now we have up to 50 3 to 6-year-olds that come to Ferncliff every day and spend 80% of their time outdoors. This is their sort of small pick-up and drop-off area, and then we've got the inside space where they'll go and nap. But really, all types of weather, this group is staying outdoors, connecting to creation, and we think this is super valuable, as this next generation will be the ones to care for the earth during this time. I'll take you over to where they spend most of their time. Once the nature preschoolers put up their stuff for the day, they come out to this space, which they call their outdoor classroom, right here by Ramsey Chapel in our prayer labyrinth. This space is in between two hillsides, so they're able to kind of stay together, but they're free to explore the area. Just several days ago, we had to make the hard decision to go ahead and end our spring semester of our nature preschool with the new guidelines from the CDC. We are excited about this program. This program continues to grow and is even inspiring other places in Arkansas and the Mid-South to create preschool programs where the kids get to get out and interact with creation. We also started our nature after school program, where we pick up kids from 3 local elementary schools and bring them out here from 2:30 to 6 p.m. while their parents are finishing up work, so they can get outside and play, just what kids at this age need to do. We're also able to use this space by the chapel for our newest ministry, Ferncliff Forest Church. This is a new worshiping community of PCUSA, and we're supported by the Future of the Church Committee and the Presbytery of Arkansas. And once a month, as many as 40 folks will come out and meet in this location to have an outdoor worship service, worshiping Christ in creation, doing things a little bit differently, but it's anyone can come and anyone can join and be a member of the Ferncliff Forest Church. We've even had a few congregations take field trips or maybe a hiatus from their own worship service and come down and experience this. It's at 2 p.m. on the 4th Sunday of the month. Right now, we're currently offering an on-your-own service with the restrictions that are in place, but we'd love to have your congregation or any congregation come and join us once those restrictions are lifted. A big part of what we do at Ferncliff is provide space for church, faith-based, and nonprofit groups to get together and be in a space that may be different from their own, to have meetings and workshops and have time to help them think about how they can complete their mission. As you can imagine, groups not being able to come together and groups of 10 or more has impacted that part of our ministry this spring, as we've already seen all the groups from March 10th to May 31st have to rebook or reschedule those events, and that's really impacted our operations, and we're working hard to find ways that we can handle this disruption to our service. And we just appreciate your congregation's thoughts and prayers as we go through this crisis, as you're also in our thoughts and prayers. Come up to the Jim Mosley Tabernacle, or the JMO as we call it, and this is where our campers each evening come for their evening worship service that we call Vespers. There's a lot of questions about summer camp and what may be this year. We know things are going to be different, but we're still uncertain of what it holds for us. We are hopeful that summer camp won't be impacted too much, and we'll be able to welcome campers here this summer to explore their faith, learn more about themselves, make friends, and have an impactful summer camp experience. We're making plans for if that type of program isn't able to happen, for ways that we can support our families and those that we serve. But at this point, we're hopeful that the summer camp season will get to go on as we'd hoped for. Ferncliff is developed a culture of being creative and looking for new ways to do things, and we have confidence that will continue even through this uncertain time. We're hopeful that in a number of months we'll be back to hosting our summer campers here and seeing their smiling faces and hosting our summer staffers here. We know that Ferncliff is resilient, and whatever period of time that we may have to slow down or shelter in place, so to speak, we're confident that our programs matter and we'll come back stronger than ever. Thanks for going on this hike with me and learning more about Ferncliff. Please reach out to us and let us know how we can support your congregation and the ministries that you do. And if there's any way that you'd like to get involved more at Ferncliff, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks so much. God bless. Thank you for spending some of your time with me today. We appreciate you and what you do to support our programs and ministries. And I'd like to leave you with a message from Jocelyn Wildhack, who is our programs and events coordinator and also leads our Forest Church ministry. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. For now it is spring, a devotion from Jocelyn. In the Christian tradition, the season of Lent always lines up with spring. It is a strange thing, carrying a period of time preparing for Jesus' death on the cross, with the time of year where it gets sunnier and warmer and more beautiful outside. Lent begins with the phrase, "We are dust, and to dust we shall return." Spring begins with the sun shining for longer hours and the flowers beginning to bloom. Lent directs us to give up that which distracts us from God. Spring fills the outdoors with beautiful distractions. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues to sweep the globe and our days of social isolation continue, it feels like the lentiest Lent that ever was Lent, you know? As our new reality begins to sink in, all of us are becoming vividly aware that to dust we shall return. Preparing for Jesus' death on the cross feels par for the course of what we're being asked to do right now. People we know and love are at greater and greater risk every day, and the fear threatens to consume us. Social distancing and spending more time at home have eliminated so many distractions from our lives. It is a wilderness. it is Lent. And it is spring. Here at Ferncliff, the trees are filling out each day. The sun shines over the quiet stillness of Ferncliff Lake. The wind blows a gentle breeze through the blooming flowers. The days are getting warmer, and the beauty calls us outside into creation. And this spring, because of these odd pandemic circumstances, people are finding small bits of joy in the change. Children and youth are remarking on how nice it is to spend so much time with their parents, to have dinners together, to play games together. Friends who live far apart are connecting virtually more often than ever before. People and organizations are thoughtfully contributing in new ways to the good of their community. It all makes me wonder, maybe we need Lent to be in spring. Maybe we need the flowers to bloom in the small moments of joy, because Lent, especially this year, is hard. It's dark. It's exhausting. We need the trees to turn green and the sun to shine, because in those beautiful things, we are reminded that God is still at work and the resurrection is still to come. May we find those moments of joy and let us enjoy them. And may they be reminders to us that while we shall one day return to dust, for now, it is spring.